Hello dear students, this is your chapter number 8, being respectful, and this chapter teaches that we have to respect our elders and the life skills which we have to develop in ourselves, that is self-awareness, interpersonal relationship, effective communication and empathy. That means the ability to understand and share the feelings of one another, that is empathy. Here in the golden words, it is given that giving respect gets you blessings which help in success. And we are very well known by these lines that giving respect, if we give respect to someone, they get blessings to us and which help in our success in our life. So, here we start with the chapter. Every individual desires respect. It is a basic human tendency. Being young, you should learn to give respect to your elders. You should be respectful towards your parents, grandparents, teachers, and all elders. That means every individual wants respect in their life, and it is a basic human thing. And being young, being a small children, we have to learn how to give respect to elders and how to give or how to behave in a respectful manner towards our parents or the grandparents or the teachers and all the elders who are in our family or the elder ones. Treating people with respect makes the world a nicer place to live in. You can show your respect toward your parents by way of obeying them, by talking to them politely, and by showing care towards them. You should even be respectful towards all senior citizens. Yes, that is true that treating people with respect, in a good manner, makes the world good or a nicer place to live in. Yes, that is the true thing. If we all just behave like a good person and we just respect to each and every person, that is a good place or a nicer place to live in. And we also show respect to our parents by obeying him, by just saying yes to their yes to the good things, and by talking to them with a polite manner, and also show some care towards them. Whenever they in need, we are here to help them. And we also always be respectful towards all senior citizens. You should be respectful towards all the old people who serve you, for examples, drivers, servants, gardeners, etc. Moreover, consider yourself to be fortunate if your grandparents live with you, and it is a very good thing, and it is a very best thing if your grandparents also live with you. That is a sign of a fortunate, or that you consider to be a good person. Treat them lovingly. Just give all your love to your grandparents and be affectionate towards them, and just take care them properly. Now, how can you show respect towards elder? This is the question, that how can we show some respect towards elders? So, as to be respectful towards the elders, first we need to just focus on these things. That is, first of all, be a good listener. That is the most and foremost thing. That is, be a good listener. In a respectful person or being a good person, we have to listen first. That whatever someone is saying, first thing is we have to listen properly, and then we have to reply. Then you can reply, but first thing is we have to listen properly. So be a good listener. Give value to elder people's opinions. Be thoughtful about the elder people's feelings and emotions. That give value to elder people's opinion, that we have to give value, or means just follow all the rules which elder people gave us, and also thoughtful regarding the elder people's feelings and emotions. Never scorn or ridicule the elder people. That never just show your anger and this type of behavior to the elder people, and never just talk in a very high voice to the elder people. Never criticize the elder people behind their backs. Yes, behind their, not even the elder people. In our life, we have to never criticize behind their backs. That is the worst thing if we are doing this. Never force an elderly to do something which she not want to do. That never force to any person or the elderly person, if he or she never wants to do anything, then we have to never force them to just do that thing. Now, here's the story in this chapter, that is the crow on the window. Here we start. Once upon a time, there lived an old Once upon a time, there lived an old man. He was aged around 80 years. He lived with his son, daughter-in-law, and two grandsons. That means a family is there in which a grandfather is there, and his son and his daughter-in-law and two grandsons are there. His son worked as a CEO in a multinational corporation, and his son worked as a chief executive officer in a multinational corporation or a company. One day, the old man was sitting on the sofa of his house along with his 45-year-old highly educated son. Here we can see in the picture also that the old man sitting on the sofa with his 45-year highly educated son, and the old man was sitting beside a window. Suddenly, a crow came and sat on the window. The old man asked his son, "What is this?" The son replied, the old man started reading a newspaper. After a few minutes, he again asked his son, "Son, what is this?" "Father, I have just now told you that it is a crow," replied the son. Now again, after few minutes, his father asked that, "Son, what is this?" Then that son said that, "Father, I told you just now that it is a crow. Why are you asking again?" Then the old man started turning the pages of the newspaper, and after a little while, the old man asked again, "Son, what is this?" Now, this time with an expression of irritation on his face, the son replied, "It is a crow, a crow." Now, because if someone is asking again and again one question, then we just feel like that feeling of irritation. So, same like that, son just this time irritates it and say that it's a crow, a crow. After nearly 15 minutes, the old man again asked the same question to his son. This time, the son lost all his patience and he stood up and angrily shouted at his father, "Why are you asking the same question again and again? I have told you many times it is a crow. Are you not able to understand this simple thing? Take a paper and write on it, it is a crow." Now the whole paragraph is like the son irritates it well, and he just shouted on his father, at his father, and he's saying that thing that, "Why are you asking again and again? I told you so many times it is a crow. And if you are not able to understand this simple thing, then you have to take a paper and write on it that it is a crow." The old man did not like his son's behavior, and but he kept quiet. That he didn't like son's behavior, but still he kept quiet. He kept just silent. He went into his room, and after some time came out with an old tattered diary which he was maintaining since his son's birth. Now, after this whole incident, he just went into his room, and then after some time, he came out with his room and with an old diary and tattered, that is not in a good condition, and which he was maintaining since his son's birth. And then he started going through the diary as he was trying to search something. On getting the page he was looking for, he gave the diary to his son and asked him to read the page. After giving the diary, the old man went into his room. The son started reading. Now, by only just giving the diary, he again went to his room. Now, the son started reading that what is written in that diary. The following was written there. Today, my little son, aged 3 years, was sitting with me on the sofa of the living room. Suddenly, a crow came and sat on the window. My son asked me, "Dad, what is it?" I replied, "It is a crow." After some time, my son asked the same question again, and I gave the same answer. Or in a time duration of around half an hour, my son asked me the same question 23 times, and I gave him the same answer all the 23 times. Now, the son just read all these things which is written in the diary, and the same incident is that that time son asked that what is it, that he said it's a crow, and then the son asked the same question 23 times, and the father gave same answer all the 23 times. Every time he asked the question, I hugged him lovingly and kissed on his forehead. I did not feel irritated at all. I rather felt affectionate towards his innocence. Yes, that if a small children ask something again and again, we feel loved. But the same thing is done by an old man and a woman. We feel irritated and we feel exhausted and we just shout on that. After reading the page, the son realized that his dad did not lose patience even when he was asked the same question 23 times, but he lost his patience just on the fourth instance. After thinking for a while, he went into his father's room. He saw his dad lying on the bed with his closed eyes. He kept his hand on his father's head. When the old man opened his eyes, the son said, "Dad, I am really sorry. I did not and I do not have as much patience as you have. I became disrespectful and I regret it for my bad behavior, and I feel very shameful and I feel very bad for my bad behavior. I will never commit such a mistake again. Please, Dad, I'm really sorry." And with a smile on his face, the old man hugged his son, and that is of out of love. That is a being respectful chapter, that we have to always just respect our elders, every elders, because deserves respect. You can get a lot from the elders by being respectful towards them, and always be polite and loving and caring towards your parents, grandparents, teachers, and all elders. And we have to obey them and respect them as much as we can. So, that is the story, The Crow on the Window, and this is the chapter that is being respectful. Thank you.